I feel that people are coming from a place of, I don't even want to know what my house is worth because they're scared that it's worth less. Well, it's not. So get that fear out of the way. April was a little tricky. I think a lot of people weren't sure just, what to do, to be honest with you. But May's a whole new ballgame. We are selling, we are buying, we are just motoring along.
What does the market look like?
Well, I'll give you an idea. So in the last 7 days, I'm just reading off the Barrie and District Real Estate Board. Now, these are their numbers. 154 new listings in Simcoe, and 106 of them are already pending, sold, and 102 are sold conditionally. So that just goes to show you the activity out there. We are definitely in a bit of a crunch as far as listings. There's not enough listings to go around for the amount of buyers. But other than that, the market's pretty healthy and it's moving. So with people not having to make the commute, and the other factor here is that people are really uncomfortable being in areas like elevators or common areas in a condominium. So if you can get a lot of money for your condo in Toronto and you can buy yourself a beautiful home in Barrie, like, why wouldn't you do it? You drive up here all summer anyway, like, why wouldn't you do it? So when you list your home, we ask that every time there's a showing, that you leave all the lights on, you leave doors open. So it limits the touching. And we also watch the buyers. So when somebody calls for a showing now, and it's funny because the number one statistic that scares people is, showings were down 80%. Well, we have never scrutinized buyers the way we do now. So if somebody books a showing for one of our listings, one of the agents will reach out and, ask them all the COVID relevant questions. We always ask that they view the virtual tours. So to make sure and really go over the listing to make sure that there's nothing on there that is going to, prohibit them from buying the home. So we never used to have all those conversations. Somebody would call and book a showing and off they'd go. But things have changed. And you know what? And that's the end result is the buyers that are out there are serious. If you get a showing, these people have already done the virtual tour. They have looked at the listing. They have been pre-approved. So all that kind of stuff is done well in advance now. But I can tell you with 100% certainty that right now we have very low inventory. In other words, we have very few homes to sell and we do have buyers. What happens after September when, the government stops, handing out checks and giving people money like it's water? I'm not sure. At that point, even when the state of emergency is lifted, you're going to see a lot more people put their homes on the market. The smart people are doing it now. They're thinking out of the box. They're doing it now because the buyers are here now. So the number one hard, fast rule in real estate is supply and demand. Right now, we have the demand and we don't have the supply. So I am encouraging people, as crazy as it sounds, during a pandemic, you probably will get more money than later. The resiliency of the Barrie market, I think, is a little bit different than a lot of markets. I know Ottawa's had a really great market, but they have a lot of government employees, so that makes more sense. But as far as Barrie and Simcoe go, the resiliency of our market is still our price point, so you still have people wanting to come here. I don't think Toronto is participating as much in the run-up as we have, which is so odd because we are always, we're always 6 months. Whatever they're doing, we're going to do it in 3 months. But I think we're leading the charge on this one.